So these holes here, is that how the flies come out?
Well, those holes are created by the flies as they burrow down in there and lay their eggs. And so that's one of the first things that happen is these flies land on here and they lay their eggs, and then that larva lives on the dung itself. And then there are a whole series of other insects that prey on that larva, and so they go in there and eat the larva itself, and so you've got this whole community of things. There was a spider that just crawled across there a little bit ago that is probably preying on some of the flies and some of the other insects that are there. And then in a matter of another day or so, there'll be some dung beetles that'll show up, and they actually get up in there and they take the dung and carry it underground and then lay their eggs down there, and their eggs live on that dung that's buried in the ground. And so you start to plow the ground. Those insects and all their millions and millions of them start to plow the ground and carry those nutrients down to the roots of the plant. And then when those insects die and their process is left over, then the roots of the plant have access to those. Without those insects, that cycle breaks down, and this dung is not really available to this plant without going through those organisms as well as millions of other microorganisms that we can probably never understand, but that feed one on another until it breaks down, and then that plant has a way to replenish itself.
So that's a natural aerification.
That's a natural aerification, a natural way for these large cows to take this grass in this brittle environment, turn it into something that those insects and those microorganisms can eat. Otherwise, the whole thing stops, and you just have, scattered plants, bare soil, and over-rested lands that just sit there because there's nothing to stimulate that whole process. So large ungulates, whatever kind they are, European cows, wild bison, deer, elk, all of those things supply that to grass. And grass and ungulates evolved together over millions and millions of years. And that relationship and all of the insects, all of the things, including us, that are in that cycle are a part of that.